When you feel abandoned, don't let painful feelings fester. Tell someone, you have a right to feel better. When the world crashes around you, turn within. When you feel abandoned and rejected, turn within. When all hope for the future vanishes, turn within. I wait for you there. God will not abandon you, especially when you feel abandoned by your loved ones and friends. Remember, at the moment of your deepest anguish, you are not being abandoned. There are concerned fellow humans ready to meet your own reaching out for life, wish regeneration. Do not isolate yourself from help. In the dead of loneliest night, surrounded by oppressive silence, seemingly abandoned by loved ones, doctors and nurses, he is not alone. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. You can show trust by believing in others when other people have abandoned them. Words and actions of encouragement can go a long way in building others up. We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but never abandoned by God. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed. I will not be abandoned. God will complete His work in me. God will supply all that need. When you feel abandoned and alone, Jesus understands. Being abandoned or being rejected? What have these fears motivated you to do? More importantly, what have they motivated you not to do? When you live with the fear of being hurt, it is difficult to experience peace. Abandonment is a question of intention, and the burden of proving an abandonment is upon the party alleging it. To abandon oneself is to surrender recklessly, to put oneself in the hands of someone else, unreservedly. Pain causes loneliness, and loneliness causes pain. Again, these two go together in perfect ways. I cherish the daily solitude that single life allows, but sometimes the loneliness feels so intense. Loneliness feels frantic. Solitude is still and focused. Loneliness focuses on external circumstances. Solitude focuses on the inner adventure. Abandonment hurts us. Fear of abandonment haunts us, is denied, burrows and pulls us back into long, unbreakable silences. The end result of any form of abandonment is pain, heartache, confusion, a shattered self-concept, and many times a refusal to trust again. As tragic as death is, abandonment is worse. Invasion and abandonment can happen to you emotionally, physically, sexually, or spiritually. Don't abandon yourself. Don't abandon others. Rest in your commitment to yourself. Invite others into it. Rest in your commitment to others. If you have had a real tragedy or disappointment, don't abandon yourself to grief. Fight back. Don't submit. Don't abandon yourself to despair. When life abandons you on mountainous terrains, I will quench your thirst with pouring rains. Even when you feel abandoned by God, you need to remember that the feeling and the fact are not the same thing.